Hi, I'm Dr. Rebecca Foster. I am a clairvoyant medium, and I am here to share a few things with you guys today. So, I presented a survey on my Facebook pages, my personal page and my professional page, allowing 100 people to respond and to get just a very random sample of people that are both friends of mine as well as the public. And so I do not have the percentages of white or black or male or female or ages or nothing on demographics. But it's suffice it to say that Facebook is made up of a huge variety of people, most of which are 18 and older. So just consider Facebook. 18 and older, black, white, lots of different races, religions, creeds, political views, doesn't matter. The point is that I put out a survey asking 100 people randomly to click the link and answer 10 questions. The point of this whole thing was because I have been inundated with energy in the last week and a half that people are dealing with situations and circumstances that are trying their character, their personal welfare, their perceptions, their perspectives, their self-love, their self-belief. And so I want everyone to know kind of where they stand in this universe. Some of you know that I've written a book, God, Please Tie My Shoes. It is about how we connect to spirit regardless of where we stand on spirituality or God or religion, it doesn't matter. It's about you and how you fit into this universe and how you communicate with those living, those not living, the seen and unseen, how we fit in, and how we use all of these amazing resources to our advantage. And that's what that book is about. There are many people, though, that are completely disconnected to anything like that. So out of the 100 people, that is pretty much what we'll be doing with percentages. So it's kind of like a whole number. If there 24 people responded, then it'll be 24%. So the first question I asked was, I believe that the world would be better off without me. Or I have thought that at some point the world would be better off without me. I can tell you when I do in-person galleries that the majority of those in the gallery, they raise their hands. So being that this was an anonymous survey, we have to go with the fact that people trusted that they were anonymous and not being tracked in any way. There is the issue that there might be a slight problem with results, as people may still have been answering things with a bias based on the fact that they think that this information would be discoverable and pertaining to them, which it is not. I have no idea who responded. So the first, again, one was, I have thought that this world would be better off without me. Now, out of 100 people, 41%, 41 people out of 100 said yes. 41 people out of 100. That's 410,000 in a million. 41,000 in 100,000. That is a lot of people. Only 59% said that I've never thought anything like it. Again, there's an answer bias happening here that people may not have been completely honest. However, we're going to go with the fact that they trusted that I was making this an anonymous survey. So let's just go with that, 41%. That's crazy. That's crazy. If you have 10 people in a room, it's almost half of the room thinks that this place is going to be better off without them. That means that you must, it is imperative that you are conscious of the people around you. We are not alone in this world. We are all accumulative. We are a conglomeration. We are massed together. And what we do and what our energy does, it all reverbs. Your actions affect millions of people, regardless if you think so or not. Sometimes the only reason it reverbs off of millions of people is because it's in the news. But when you hold the door for someone, or when you say good morning, or you smile, or you let someone in traffic, or you just do something nice, that adds to what positive energies and vibes that we are putting out. And people feel that. People feel that. You need to be conscious of everyone around you because believe me, there are so many people out there who believe that this world revolves around them. They have no concept of unity. They have no concept of what they are doing and how their actions affect other people. 41% of 100 think that this world would be better off without them. This is where compassion comes in. This is where you looking at things differently comes in, wondering what that angry person is dealing with. Maybe they're just really frustrated with today and they've had enough. They can't take anymore. And you are now seeing all of that energy exploding out of them because they can no longer contain it. Don't look at people and laugh at what they are doing or how they are behaving because you don't understand what's put them to that point. So many people want to whip out their cell phones and catch people at their worst moments instead of asking, can I help you? Is there something I can do? So then the next one, the question was, I asked, I have been embarrassed. It wasn't even a question, it's more statements. I have been embarrassed to enter a room where I do not know anyone. Out of that, 77% of the people said yes. 77 out of 100. 770,000 out of a million. Overwhelming. Which means you are not alone when you feel stupid walking into someplace and you don't know anyone. Have you ever walked into a gymnasium and you're late and everybody's already in their seats and everybody's looking at you as you come in late? Oh my God, do I have a booger in my nose? Do I have toilet paper on my shoe? Do I look okay? Do I look fat? Do I look skinny? Do I look... We go on a major, like a self-judgment. We're not alone. People are not alone. That is the point. There's someone out there that feels the same exact way as you. And with 77%, if we put a curve on it, it's like 8 in 10 people feel stupid walking into a room where they don't know anybody. Self-consciousness. Holy crap. All of a sudden, we are self-conscious. We are aware of everything about ourselves. As is probably the whole room. It's not paranoia. It's just normal. Everybody looks. Somebody comes in late, the first thing you do, people are attracted to something different. They look. Oh, look at that. Now all of a sudden you've got how many people's energy wrapping around you. It makes you feel weird. You're not alone. Not alone. Number 3 was sometimes I feel unloved. 66% of the people said yes. Which is funny because the next one asked about how many friends, people having friends. Yet people feel unloved. You can have, if we combine those two, you can have, and then that question was, I have a lot of friends, I have acquaintances, I have a few friends, my dog is my friend, I have no one. You could answer multiple times, so it doesn't add up to 100%, but someone could have entered, I have a lot of friends, yet I have no one. So don't be fooled by people who appear happy and popular and everybody wants to be their friend, and don't be fooled by that, because they may still feel on the inside where they don't have anyone. They may be the most popular person in school, but their home life sucks and nobody listens to them and nobody cares. There are people out there who constantly help others, but no one checks in on them because why? They're strong. They do it for everyone else. Consciousness of the people around you, caring about the people around you. You know, speaking from my perspective, people laugh at stars. Like, I'm not saying this about me, but people will laugh when a star says, you know, I have no one. probably because they don't know if somebody likes them for themselves or if someone likes them because of what they do or what they can provide. And I liken myself to that because I never know if someone is my friend because of me or if they want a reading. So they just want to get close. And believe me, it's happened. So I'm very, very careful about the friends that I keep around me. And so someone may have a whole bunch of happiness and acquaintances and people who want to talk. Yet when it comes to the real nitty gritty of who you are, you probably can name one or two people who you know you trust with your life. I don't care if you've got 5,000 friends on Facebook and you have millions of followers on Twitter, you are probably feeling like maybe you still have one or two people who you trust. So there is an element of loneliness that is there for everyone. You're not alone. We're not alone. It doesn't mean that I'm alone and I don't belong here. There's people who feel and express and can understand where everyone is coming from. The other question I turn to, friends in my time of need, God in my time of need, myself because no one understands, or anyone who will listen. The majority turn to God, Spirit, Universe, whom they pray to, 39%. Friends in the time of need was 27%. Anyone who will listen is 10%, but a quarter, 24%, said they turn to no one because no one understands. If you look at the first one, being 41% think that this world would be better off without them. 24% on this saying that no one understands. They have no one to turn to. So you can look at that and say, okay, 41% people, they may feel like no one understands. 24% of them don't have anybody to turn to. They may turn to their friends. They may turn to God. They may go to anybody who will listen. But that's pretty sad that 24% of the people don't believe anybody will understand what they're going through. The point of this survey is to show you people understand because we are all going through the same lessons at different times, in different perceptions, and different levels. And we can't all go through the same thing at the same time because who's going to help if you are? So there are people out there who have been in your shoes, who understand what you're going through, a hardship, an addiction, a pain, a struggle, a loss, a multitude of cats and dogs pouring down on you at one time. People understand. And then you may look at yourself and think, I'm a bad person. However, the amazing part is when I asked the question, I believe I'm a good person, 98% of the people said yes. 98% of the people said, I believe I'm a good person. So that means that 2% think, no, I'm not a good person. But it represents hope. It represents the idea that people believe that they're a good person. It also says that people will ask, I'm a good person. Why is this happening to me? Why am I being dealt this horrible hand? Why do I have to get the crappy cards? I've learned not to ask why. I just learned to deal with whatever I'm dealt in the best way that I possibly can. I asked one time, what am I supposed to do? What exactly do you want me to do? And I heard, Rebecca, all you can do is be the best person possible that you can be at that very moment. Do your best. And I went, okay, I can do that. If I'm doing my best, I know I'm doing what I should do in that very moment. So then I also asked people a question about hope. I believe tomorrow will be better. 88% of the people said yes. So regardless of how much hurt and pain people are going through, there is hope. So that means that hope is sent out. Hope is generated in the universe. So you need to find the people where the hope is at, where it's coming from. Putting out like just a little flag, because someone will catch it. Maybe we should just come up with a little flag. Maybe everyone, after watching this video, should generate a hope flag. A flag that someone can put out there on their webpage, on their Facebook page, on their social media, a flag that says, I have hope, but I'm hurting. Someone just take notice of my flag. And they don't have to divulge their pain. They don't have to divulge what they're doing and what they're feeling. But it means I need someone to notice my flag. And so people can then come to that person's aid, not knowing why, they just are there, supporting and helping. So maybe people should start designing a flag, post it underneath this after you've watched this video. Let's see what we can come up with on a huge scale of a hope flag. See how God works? It's pretty amazing. I'm going to sit down and try and figure one out too. See what we can come up with, and then everybody can vote on it, which flag that they believe is the hope flag that we should share everywhere with everyone. We'll make it a group project. So going on from there, I asked people, I just basically said, I am an old soul, yes or no? And 85% of the people, 85 out of 100, said, yes, I believe I'm an old soul, which is amazing because that has a lot to dealing with like a person's belief in self, their experience, their capabilities, their abilities. It means that people believe that, hey, I am an old soul. I am not stupid. I understand. I can help, but why am I going through this? And so what you also have to understand is old souls, they've been around many times. And so the lessons that old souls will deal with now is not so much for themselves. Usually an old soul is put into the position of servant. Old souls also are a little bit defiant. They don't want to be back here, but they are because they're helping. There's so much that an old soul does. And it means that you're serving people, you're helping guide people, you are at others' beck and call. People are not there usually to help you. And it makes sense. Just have to kind of realize that we are all people. And seriously, if you know I'm only human, you're only human, if you really truly believe that, then you will not be shocked when someone disappoints you or does something disappointing. Did you see they did that? Oh my God, I can't believe they did that. That's a human. You see these celebrities in the news, DUI, here's their mugshot, dink. Oh my God, I can't believe they did that. Why? Because they're celebrities? They're humans. We're all human. Oh, believe me, I do things and I have done things that you would all be like, oh, Rebecca. I'm human. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. The other question. I feel others' needs and pains. Empathy. 95% of you guys that took this survey said you feel others' pains and needs. So what you have to understand there is when you are around people in an earth, human capacity on the earth, you are feeling people's pains, struggles. If that's the case, then you also have to recognize that an empath or empathic people who feel empathy, are also taking in all of those things and they're taking them off of people, they're feeling energy. I once spoke to a first responder who had seen an accident, a situation where a person, of course, died in front of them. Happens a lot. Military, police, first responders, firemen. And they walked away thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so sad and I'm depressed and I feel empty. You will. But the point is it's not you that is this. You're feeling what you experienced. That experience of feeling, being connected to a soul that you are trying to help or save and have them pass in front of you, it is the connection of that energy with that. You felt that emptiness, that leave, that energy go. And a problem is that people who experience that, they then accept it as their own problem. I am empty. I am sad. I am dying. And so recognizing the empathy that you have, because I don't think you can be in any of those fields without having empathy for others. God forbid we have people who lack empathy when they're trying to save lives and help others and stand by people, support, protect. Feeling that ending, it's part of what people deal with PTSD. It's the pain of feeling what someone else is going through and likening it and accepting it as your own. And so realizing that if 95%, 95 out of 100, 950,000 out of a million people are feeling what other people's pains and needs are, why do you think this world is kind of blowing up right now? Because you're feeling what is going on. You're sensing people who are upset, who are angry, who are frustrated, who are suicidal. And then we can't make sense of it. We're trying to separate it all and put it all into its own little box. And it really comes down to just understanding that I just walked into this room and I felt great. And all of a sudden I was talking to David and David, I felt like I want to throw up. Well, find out what's going on. Hey, David, what's up? Everything okay? Everything cool? Everything? How's work? How's the job? Pry a little bit. Pry. If they let you pry, pry. But be conscious of the situation. I was fine. I felt good. I didn't have any anxiety. I was doing my thing and I ran into Karen and all of a sudden I was like nervous and shaking and I wanted to fall asleep. I was exhausted. All of a sudden Karen is sucking the life out of me and I feel like I want to puke. Stop for a minute and ask yourself, what just happened? What transfer of energy did I just experience? You might help Karen. You might actually be able to give her a bit of wisdom, not from you. Remove the ego. Ask Spirit in that very moment, just use me. Tell me what to say. Tell me what you want me to tell Karen. It's pretty cool. Almost everyone said that they are ready to accept new beginnings in life. I think it was over almost 80%. I didn't write it down, but I remember thinking, oh my God, it's like 79 point something percent. People are ready to accept new beginnings. They want those new beginnings, but keep in mind, new beginnings mean closure and endings. You can't have a new beginning without something ending. You can't get married and be married without letting go of singledom. You can't have a baby without letting go of, I'm the only one to take care of. You can't have this relationship without letting up something. You can't, there's relationships in everything. And you have to let one go and close it off in order to fulfill and to fully put 100% of yourself. You can't put 50% this way and have 50% this way. What kind of life is that for anyone involved? You can't give this employer 50% and this one 50%. First of all, you'll exhaust yourself. And I give props to the people who work 2 and 3 jobs and they give it all to each job. It's exhausting. So the whole point of this whole thing being people look up. They're looking upward. Regardless, people are looking upward. Most of the people believe that they're good and they're here to help others. People believe that they're here to help others. People believe that they're old souls. They believe that they can feel and experience other people's problems and issues. They're here to help. People want to help. So you can't feel alone. You have to ask someone for help. Remember the 24%. Remember that 24% out of 100, that's almost a quarter of the people in every room that you're in. They feel, like they've no one to talk to. They have no one in their time of need. When you add that to the 44% who believe that this world is better off without them, or 41%, excuse me, that's kind of a lot. And I guarantee that everybody listening to this knows someone personally or knows someone secondhand who has committed suicide. The numbers are getting way too high. If you are a parent, talk to your children about being a bully. If you are a bully, get help. Find out why. Why do you bully people? Why do you threaten? Why do you make people feel badly? Why are you so angry? Find out. You don't have to tell people I'm a bully, but you know how you treat others. You also know what you need to fix, where you need work. Personally do that. You don't have to scream to the world that this is what's wrong with me. This is a deal within you. Find out what's wrong and find people who will help you work it out. I know some people don't want to proclaim anything because they're fearful. If somebody knows I've got a problem, they won't trust me. They won't entrust me and they'll think I'm incapable. But just like stewardesses always say, put your own mask on first before you help someone else, because if you die, you're no good. Really look within and think, what do I need to work on? I need to work on my patience. I need to work on, I have a really bad filter when I speak. So my true feelings always come out. There is no mincing words with me. If I'm upset, you're going to know I'm upset. If I am angry, you're going to know I'm angry. And I still, to this day, do not mince words. So I have other people talk for me sometimes. If I have to do something by email, I will have several people check it over before, because my tone usually comes across how I feel. And if you give me a phone when I'm upset or put me in front of someone when I'm upset, then things will probably go badly. But that's just me. That's what I know about myself. And I know that I have to back away sometimes and think, oh my gosh, I can't talk to you right now because I am going to say something that's going to hurt your feelings. And then I'm going to regret it. But that's what I know about me. Figure out what you have to work on you. And work on it. Talk to your kids about liking and being fair, checking on those around them that are left alone, who are always made fun of, who may not have the nicest clothes, who may have what looks like issues. Maybe they're just really shy. Maybe they're shy because they're embarrassed to walk into a room where they don't know anybody. It starts with the adults. It starts with the parents. And you at home are aware of what type of child you have. And reiterating to your children compassion, empathy, inviting the new people, the geeky people, the nerdy people, the alone, solitary, shy people. Invite them into your group. See what they can add to your group. But don't bully. Don't make fun of, because you don't know somebody else's story. You don't understand what they've gone through. Start it when they're young. In the workplace, it's the same thing. I always joke about, hey, if you want to talk about someone, come sit next to me. I always joke like that. Because it's fun to just have people that are just loud and talkative. But I am not one to sit around and talk about people. I don't, especially if it's making fun of someone, I do not condone that. Unless they're, if I'm dealing with someone, and I don't want to be a hypocrite, that's why I'm telling you this. If I am talking to someone about a situation or a person, and I have wholeheartedly given someone the benefit of the doubt, attempted, I will express my side of it. And if that person's behavior is disgust, that's different. But I will not make fun of someone. And I've learned that the hard way, because it comes back to bite you in this universe. But to get back to everything, we're not alone. Everyone needs to know that. Nobody should be made to feel that their behavior is, holy crap, that's the newest thing I've ever heard. That nobody behaves that way. There's billions of people in this world. People have behaved that way. Making people to feel stupid, dumb, unworthy. Check the way you speak to people. Check your tone. What you say to someone might be the last straw. And you may not be dealing with someone that, can handle just one more piece on their back. So take into consideration who is around you. Understand that you are a little piece of sand in this universe, and you really are, we're all really nothing without everyone else. I wouldn't be me. It wouldn't matter who I am. Nobody would watch this video. Nobody would care. I'd be talking to myself, making myself feel okay. So I want people to know, pass this on. We're not alone. Share in the comments, share the resources that you know of in your area where people can go and talk to someone else. Post it below in this video for prevention, for suicide awareness, suicide prevention, helplines, talk lines, anything that gives people a place to go where they're going to get someone's 100% attention for whatever time they can keep them on the phone. Post it below. Maybe we can get someone in every state to post someplace and put it in this state. Here you go. Post your information, and then we'll see what we can do to share this as much as possible. And then remember, let's see what we can come up with a hope flag. And we'll wait a few days. We'll see how many likes each flag gets, and then we'll put it out there as to why. You guys have a great day. Remember, you're not alone. That we're going through something that many people have gone through before, and that the struggles that we have are there to teach us lessons, and eventually we will be lifted up and made strong, and you will recognize what you've been through before, and you'll never go through it again, because you will say, I have done this, and I have surmounted, and I have succeeded. Look at me. Look what I did. I believe in people. So, have a great day. Bye. Thanks for listening.